Yeah, hey. It's a little bit of update from what's going on our side at Nil. So let's go for it. So what the hell is Nil Foundation? Who the hell I am? Well, my name is Misha Komarov. I'm founder of Nil Foundation. So what the hell Nil Foundation is? It's some kind of ZK infrastructure, some kind of ZK computations infrastructure for whatever is going on around Ethereum. So it's provable computations. It's of whatever kind for like whatever ZK provable computations there are. ZK bridges, gaming, ZKML, rollups, oracles, accessing historical Ethereum data, all kinds of use cases. So we are the toolchain for that. And I don't know, maybe you even like heard of some projects which were like on top. Yeah, so that's like I just listed all those use cases. But that's just all those use cases I've just listed. It's like quite a shame to have like a ZK prefix to every use case of ours. But anyway, it's what's actually going on. For each of use cases, it's we have like some update regarding what's going on with it. So that's what it is. Yeah. So what are the problems we're solving, and what are the issues we're solving? What are the issues all of those projects solving, right? So in general, well, yeah, this is like two problems, right? There's a third problem which is actually like much bigger, and it's a problem about storing data and processing data in Ethereum is expensive in general. I mean, like at all, right? So we need some kind of compression. We need to be able to compress the data. We need to be able to compress the computation. We need to be able to verify that computation on ETH of whatever kind, basically. So for this, we need ZK proofs for different use cases, bridges, like, I don't know, whatever, ML, anything. And these proofs, well, they have their own problems, all right? It's like there's a problem with proof generation. There's a problem with, embedding, introducing ZK compression to Ethereum applications is kind of expensive as well, troublesome. And so that's what we're trying to solve, and that's what we're trying to make easier. Yeah, basically what we learned like over our overall experience is that everything which is at least a little bit valuable is hard to be proven, right? So we had like a case when Solana folks like Tolik Kavenka, he was keen to have Solana's consensus proof verifiable on Ethereum, so that would enable ZK bridge in between Solana and Ethereum, basically. So that's quite a nice idea of his. And it turned out to be hard to be proven. ZK VMs, like so many rollups, guess what? How to be proven, how to be built. Even Vitalik was complaining about the fact that a lot of folks have built like ZK VMs with a lot of custom circuits, and now nobody knows what's inside. And I don't know, like it was several months ago, and he continues to whine about this, and that's like the actual problem. It's like once upon a time we all are going to lose a lot of money because of this, because somebody screwed up with circuits, and well, they're just hard to be built. Another case is like it was ZK bridge, like state proofs for ZK bridges, and was like with Mina folks, and they wanted ZK bridge into Ethereum, obviously. So, and that was like in the beginning of 2021. So that's as far as I remember. That was like, as far as I remember, that's how ZK bridges were born. It's because of Justin, Evan, and us just spent a year trying to do that. So, and it turned out to be hard to be proven as well. It's like we have some stats about like proof generation costs and proof generation timings regarding this, and well, it's worth, I don't know, like about $5 per proof, and it's, I don't know, the generation time is like a couple of hours. So hard to be proven. So whatever's hard to be proven introduces basically two characteristics: timings and costs. All right. So timings and costs. Guess what it leads us to? Well, commoditization of a proving, basically commoditizing the proof. So what we've done, yes, we decided to just make ZK proof a commodity. So now you can just buy and sell it and whatever. People are fighting, buying and selling block space. People are like fighting over gas tokens, like speculating them. So well, voila. Well, there is also a market perspective regarding ZK proofs apparently out there. So that's what we did. Well, yeah, in general, basically what hell is proof market? Like we kind of built it as a decentralized protocol, like, not let's cut out the details about it for now, which coordinates proof producers and applications which need that. It is deployed like on Ethereum, partially at least, and since last week, we specifically introduced the EVM endpoint for that. So now it's composable with EVM applications. They can just order proofs for computations they need right from EVM. Well, yeah, that's like just the usual stuff I see in front of my eyes, like for the last half a year. It's like people speculating with proofs. That's what's going on for Ethereum applications. So what the hell is why the hell there is a market perspective? Why the hell there is a market dynamics to that is because everybody's struggling with proof generation. Everybody's struggling with proof timings generation. Everybody's struggling with the complexity of it. Everybody's struggling with costs. People are introducing like very specific hardware to cheapen it, and it's like doing extremely complicated things to cheapen that. And that's the actual market. Why not? There's a market dynamics around that. So that's what we did. We just introduced market dynamics to that, and that allowed us to introduce some kind of competitive place for proof generators and for applications to compete for the best proof generation services there are for different applications. So that looks like something like, proof generators come in, they compete like for whoever provides the best service. The best proof generator gets the order, application gets the proof, uses it for, for ZKML stuff, for some ZKML stuff, or for some ZK bridging stuff, or for some oracles, I don't know. So that's what it is. Yeah, and it's good, and again, market competitive proof generation, yeah, it's all good. So what are the problems? Well, the problems is always with all marketplaces as, supply and demand, right? So, and if the supply side is being solved by hardware fellas, by, people with large data centers, mysterious Chinese fellas which were mining Filecoin, for 5 years ago or something, supply problem is pretty much, okay, it can be solved, right? It's obvious how to solve it. The demand problem is a different thing. It requires for circuits and for applications on top of it to be built, for applications to, not like to be built, okay, screw that, for existing applications at least, to integrate those circuits, to integrate those provable computations they need. And for this, well, fellas need to define circuits somehow. And defining circuits somehow is, well, there are several ways to do that, right? There are folks which introduce ZKVMs for that, and they allow to use high-level languages for the sake of this. Well, we went the other way. We went, for us and for our fellows, it was important to reduce costs, to reduce gas costs, verification gas costs to the minimum possible. So to avoid blowing up the verification gas costs, and to avoid blowing up the cost of proof generation, we created ZKLVM. We created a circuit compiler. So what the hell is this? It's basically LLVM, or everybody knows what LLVM is. It's basically just a compiler, everything we have in our hands, like fellas with laptops, fellas with phones, everything you have in there is compiled via LLVM, basically. So that's like the backbone of everything we do. And we took it and we patched it to make it provable with different assumptions. But anyway, we patched it to make it provable. We patched it to be able to generate circuits. So that allowed us to minimize the circuit size that allowed us to not like minimize the circuit. Okay, minimize the circuit size and to increase the density of a circuit to the, well, not like maximum, theoretical maximum possible, but we're going towards that, all right? That allows us to at least introduce the metric for maximizing the circuit density. So, yeah, basically, it's like the other thing which is notable about the compiler is that it doesn't require you to do custom circuits and custom languages, like, I don't know, Circom guys do or something else. You can just, I don't know, like write some Rust or CPP, or like today I've just learned that it might make sense to also for us to introduce Solidity front end for that, for folks to be able to just, write Solidity code and then just prove it back to ETH, apparently. So that's what you can do. And yeah, well, we obviously always brag about no overheads because there is no ZK VMs, because it's like we always brag the performance, we always brag about efficiency. Well, yeah, it's like in case you accidentally have compiled something, I don't know, it's like imagine you can like prove or like execute anything written in CPP on Ethereum, right? Obviously have an urge to execute or to prove something really big or something you would have never tried to prove or like do anything before. So in case you have done something like this and you like just cannot process the proof generation on your like local setup, then it's we got it integrated with the proof market, so folks which have this hardware could help you to generate it. Yeah, and in case even this is not enough, we have recently got together with a specific semiconductor provider, with Fabric guys, which have designed the hardware to be like protocol agnostic and to be compatible with ZK LLVM. So whatever gets, so from now on, whatever gets built with ZK LLVM gets hardware acceleration out of the box. So you will get why would you need it when we go through the use cases we gotta brag about. So bridges. Bridges are pretty obvious use cases, and I spoke about them a lot. Kind of one of the first ZK bridge ever created was ours Mina ZK bridge. So I can talk about it. Like for 4 hours. All right, pretty obvious. You need consensus proofs. Just bridges order that. Depending on between which protocols, between which like roll-ups or like different protocols, the application has requested the transaction to be passed, and well, that's what it is. We have recently also deployed the layer 0 oracle, so that means eventually whatever gets through layer 0 will be secured by consensus proofs and state proofs from a proof market. So that means eventually. We hope to achieve that point once. Whatever is going to happen with layer 0, it could be called ZK bridging. So that's what it is. So yeah, well, obviously for this kind of, obviously all of these like consensus proofs and state proofs are kind of hard to be proven, hard to be generated. So it's kind of, we found our applications of our stack in there. The other thing is ZK oracles. What the hell is ZK oracles? ZK oracles is basically about just providing various data to Ethereum. I mean, you need some data in EVM, right? And you need to provide it in there trustlessly. So this can be anything: accessing historical Ethereum data, accessing like some random data, chain link alike stuff, or something like this. And for the use case of this, we kind of secured ourselves with ourselves, and we secured the TVL, we secured the emission of staked Ethereum. So basically now Lido's trust assumptions got even more secure. That basically removes one of the last pieces where there were at least some trust assumptions within Lido. So well, staked Ethereum is not going to go anywhere. That's like one of the use cases of ours also. Well, fellas needed historical Ethereum data, so we just provided them with like historical Ethereum data with our toolchain. Next thing, rollups. Well, first of all, this is like not direct integration, but we have listed circuits of this particular protocol's on a proof market. So validators of these rollups could just order them in case they don't have a particular hardware to generate proofs fast enough to win the competition on the rollup side and get some rewards from them. So basically, we've listed those circuits for the sake of validators to be able to get the proofs for rollups from a proof market. Yeah, several more things which are in progress from our side is fancy Doom guy, or I love to brag about him. But let's start like with the thing which is more widespread for now is ZKML use cases. We have upcoming ONNX frontend for ZK LLVM, so that would allow to basically train any model, export it to ONNX, then get the Soy9x model, process it with ZK-LLVM, generate a circuit for it, deploy it on Ethereum, and basically verify whatever prediction this model gave you on Ethereum. No matter what this model is, I mean, it's like, okay, I'm obviously not going to talk about like hot top words, right? But no matter what this model is about, might be, I don't know, some linguistic model, I don't know, like scoring model, whatever, generative art model, whatever, doesn't matter. So that's what's upcoming. And another thing is a thing I love to brag about is ZK gaming. It's something nobody really understands what the hell is this about and why this exists. But you know, come on, it's fun. I mean, do you remember that? Do you remember that 90s flex when there was something like, can you play Doom on something? All right. So that's what it is. Can you play Doom on Ethereum now? Yes, you can. It's a nice flex. So just run the Doom, speed run it, prove your speed run to Ethereum, brag about it to your friends. I don't know, issue an NFT of this. And we're hoping to get this out like by the end of August. So it's like, get your Doom speed run NFT. That's what it is on Ethereum. Well, ZKML stuff, well, I basically outlined how the typical ZKML application works, and this is what it is. I mean, just schematic. Gaming pretty much the same. It's like you play in the game, you record your input, you get this input to the circuit, you prove it, you deploy it in Ethereum, you brag about it to your friends, right? Or, I don't know, you use the fact that you have killed some mob within the game in, I don't know, some DeFi protocol, whatever, just whatever. I don't know, like wild use cases, okay? Wild stuff is happening on our side. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
We have another talk coming straight away, so if you do have questions, please meet outside in the hallway. Thank you.